It's time for me to face the truth. I am an imposter. And if you feel that way too, today I'm going to tell you why it's okay that you're an imposter and why we need more of you. And if you are not an imposter, well, you might face it down the line, so you'll still want to watch the video until the end. So here's an example of the train of thoughts that go through the imposter's mind. Am I a fraud? Why would people follow me and write such lovely comments? It's not like I invented all of this. I read all of that somewhere and added my personal experience. Someone will expose me sooner or later and I'm busted. Well, it's true. Mostly I share knowledge that is not mine and that I did not invent, and I get inspired by other people's work. But is it something bad? Is that why I'm an imposter? Let's see a definition. Imposter syndrome is a psychological occurrence in which people doubt their skills, talents, or accomplishments and have a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as frauds. So in simple words, when people get recognized for their skills, they suddenly feel like they do not worth it, and that they're nothing special and maybe they got lucky, and soon enough their audience will find it out and leave. So let's tackle two of the most important things that imposters usually think. Everybody knows it already. So in the imposter's mind, people already know all they have to say or to share. And if they don't, it's already out there, so what good am I as an imposter doing? So after watching Mark Manson's video, the author of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and specifically this part,
since my job is to just read stuff all day and then regurgitate it to people with poop jokes and F-bombs,
I suddenly realized something. Everybody does that. People learn new things from others to share it with their audience in their special way and unique experiences. See, not everybody reads books and not everybody watches the same YouTube videos that you watch. Everybody has their unique way of consuming new knowledge, and by sharing or regurgitating, according to Mark, your community will either, number one, be interested and appreciate what you share, number two, know it already and either engage in a conversation or not, or just ignore it and skip the post or the YouTube video or whatever you publish. And if they did ignore or skip your content, whatever it may be, it can also be a web app or a mobile app. Either it doesn't tame their interest, or maybe you just wrote something bad and that's fine. Just take the lessons from it and move on. Here's an example from my YouTube channel. See, this video, which is my most popular video by far, is a combination of two inspirations. One, this Jay Shetty's video, and the thumbnail is a complete copy of this Ali Abdal's video. Talking about Ali, here's another example of taking other people's knowledge and putting it in your own book. So here Ali talks about him reading books to research for his own book.
Next we have Predictably Irrational by Dan Ariely, which is really popular in the world of psychology. I've not yet read it. It's on my to-be-read list again for book research.
Does that make him an imposter? Perhaps, but we need way more imposters in the community. I'll get to that later. Let's move on to the second most common thought. You will be exposed soon. So when I started publishing on LinkedIn, I had that deep feeling of being a fraud. I thought someone will surely figure out where I got that knowledge from and write it in the comments and embarrass me. And then everybody will stop following me, and whoever will follow me will see this post and will just leave. As a matter of fact, all these awkward posts that I had in the beginning are already buried in the past, so nobody actually sees them. Plus, thinking that way is what scientists call spotlight effect. Let me get Wikipedia real quick to help me with this one as well. The spotlight effect is the psychological phenomenon by which people tend to believe that they are being noticed more than they really are. But the truth is that nobody cares. You think that people will watch your videos or use your application or something and think bad things about you, but they really don't. If, for example, there are hundreds of people who visited my web app and literally did nothing. Just opened it and closed it like 4 seconds later. So when you think about it, most people just ignore you. And that's good, because you need to know how to grab their attention. And you learn that by repetition, by figuring out what works and what doesn't. But that's for another video. And if you still care about what people think about you, here's what Hormozi said about that.
You're going to die. 2 weeks after you die, most people will have forgotten about you. 6 months after you die, no one will talk about you. If they're not caring enough then it certainly doesn't matter what they think about your life now. If that's the most significant event that's going to happen in your life, which is that you stop living, how much credibility or weight should we give to other people's opinions on what we should do with our lives?
Now, let's talk about why it's completely fine to be an imposter and why we need way more. When you choose to share ideas that you got from a book or an article or a YouTube video, besides reading reiterating the same knowledge that is already out there, you do 3 more very important things. Number 1, you spread the idea. Not everybody has access to the same information that you do, and very few read as many books as you do, or articles, or watch the same YouTube videos that you do. When you share knowledge that resonates with you, you share it with people that might have never heard of it, and you're giving them new and fresh information. So you're doing service both to your community and to the source of knowledge who you got that knowledge from. Number 2, share your beliefs and points of view. So this is how people can know about your content and if they like it or not, if they can relate to it. When you show others what interests you and what you think about, you share your thoughts and you reveal who you are, so people can choose whether they like you and they want to follow you or not. Number 3, you share your unique experience. And this right here is the magic sauce. That's what truly sets you apart from others. People out there may be in the same situation that you are, or were in the same situation, and by sharing what you've been through and sharing your knowledge, you help them improve their journey, become better maybe, and learn your lessons so they don't have to repeat the same mistakes you did. Some people will just be interested in seeing how your life unfolds, to maybe get inspired and try what you're doing one day. Some people will be genuinely interested in what you say, and the rest will not care and not follow, but it doesn't matter. So always remember, if you feel like an imposter, you are special. You have a life that nobody else can imagine. Use your unique experience in life to share the knowledge that you have and the lessons that you learn with others. Now look, in order to share knowledge, you need to first have knowledge. And I've found the best way to get new knowledge is reading books. So check out this video to learn how I read more books than I ever did before. And then before you start reading, check out this video to learn how you'll retain everything that you will read and not lose one important thing. Oh, and if you encountered any speed reading video, make sure you watch this video before you do any of the techniques that were suggested. I wish you all happy impostering, and I will see you in the next one.